Hello, and this is Delia, and I'm reading The Vampire Diaries, The Struggle. I am on chapter 12, and this is part 7. She listened, still lying on her bed, to the faint whisper of noise downstairs. She'd known he would find a way to get in if he wanted. If Damon was that determined, no lock would keep him out. Music from the dream she'd had that night at Bonnie's tickled through her mind, a handful of plaintive, silvery notes. It woke strange feelings inside her, almost in a daze or dream herself. She got up and went to the stand at the threshold. The hallway was dark, but her eyes had had a long time to adjust. She could see the darker silhouette making its way up the stairs. When it reached the top, she saw the swift, deadly glimmer of his smile. She waited, unsmiling, until he reached her and stood facing her, with only a yard of hard wood floor between them. The house was completely silent. Across the hall, Margaret slept. At the end of the passage, Aunt Judith lay wrapped in dreams, unaware of what was going on outside her door. Damon said nothing, but he looked at her, his eyes taking in the long white nightgown with its high lacy neck. Elena had chosen it because it was the most modest one she owned, but Damon obviously thought it attractive. She forced herself to stand quietly, but her mouth was dry and her heart was thudding dully. Now was the time. In another minute she would know. She backed up without a word or gesture of invitation, leaving the doorway empty. She saw the quick flare in his bottomless eyes, and watched him come eagerly toward her, and watched him stop. He stood just outside her room, plainly disconcerted. He tried again to step forward, but could not. Something seemed to be preventing him from moving any farther. On his face, surprise gave way to puzzlement and then anger. He looked up, his eyes raking over the